In the vast, unending darkness of space, our small blue world spins in a quiet corner of the Milky Way. We have long looked up at the stars, wondering if we are alone. Are there other worlds like ours? Other minds looking back at us? For centuries, this was a question for poets and dreamers. But now, science has given us the tools to listen, to search. And in that search, we have found a neighbour. A planet not so different from our own, circling the closest star to our Sun. Its name is Proxima Centauri b, or simply Proxima B, a world just over 4 light-years away. Close enough to be considered our cosmic next-door neighbour. This planet orbits a small, dim red dwarf star, Proxima Centauri. It provides just enough warmth for its planet to exist in what we call the habitable zone. Then, on a quiet Tuesday, in the late summer of 2025, something changed. It did not arrive with a flash or a bang. It came as a whisper, a faint, almost imperceptible murmur, hidden within the torrent of data streaming down from the James Webb Space Telescope. Deep within the NASA control rooms, a single anomalous signal was flagged by an automated system. It was just a blip, something so small it could have easily been dismissed as an error, a glitch in the machine. But the machines are designed to notice things that human eyes might miss. This particular signal was different. It had a structure, a pattern. It was a narrow band signal, concentrated at a very specific frequency, a kind that rarely occurs in nature. And it was coming directly from the direction of Proxima Centauri. The initial reaction was not one of excitement, but of deep professional skepticism. Every scientist knows that the most likely explanation for a strange signal is a simple one. The team at NASA knew this better than anyone. Let us take a moment to understand what the scientists were seeing. Imagine you are listening to a radio, trying to tune into a distant station. Most of what you hear is static. Now, imagine that for just a few moments you hear a pure, clear tone. That is what the NASA team had found. The team that first saw the anomaly was small, just a handful of astrophysicists and data analysts. Their first duty was to their science. Instead, they went deeper into the data. They began a process of elimination. The signal had a peculiar drift. Its frequency was slowly changing, a hallmark of a signal coming from a source that is moving relative to us. This drift was consistent with the movement of a planet orbiting its star. Specifically, a planet like Proxima B. This single piece of evidence elevated the signal from a mere curiosity to a profound mystery. They decided to keep the circle of knowledge small. For now, the implications were too enormous. When a strange signal appears from the cosmos, scientists have a long list of suspects, and alien intelligence is always at the very bottom. The universe is a noisy and bizarre place, full of exotic phenomena that can mimic the signs of life. Could a natural cosmic event create such a narrow-band signal? Another possibility was the star, Proxima Centauri. Red dwarfs are known for their violent tempers. However, the signal from Proxima B didn't quite fit the profile of any known maser. It was too stable, too clean. This is where the process of elimination leads us, reluctantly, to consider technology. Not ours, but someone else's. An artificial signal, a beacon, or perhaps even unintentional leakage from a civilization going about its daily business. The BLC-1 signal was unmodulated. It was a pure tone, a simple carrier wave. Perhaps a beacon designed to say one simple thing: we are here. The possibility is both exhilarating and deeply humbling. To think that across the gulf of interstellar space, another form of life might have reached a technological stage. Despite the team's best efforts to keep their investigation quiet, a secret of this magnitude just can't be contained for long. A hushed conversation, a misplaced email, a hint in a scientific forum — these little things started to add up. Slowly, rumors began to trickle out from the astronomical community. It started with a small article on a science blog, then a mention in a major newspaper, and then, almost overnight, it was everywhere. The dam had broken. The news that NASA was investigating a potential artificial signal from Proxima B spread across the globe like wildfire. It dominated every news cycle, every social media feed, and every dinner table conversation. For a moment, the world seemed to hold its collective breath. The reaction was a mix of profound wonder, excitement, and deep-seated anxiety. People looked up at the night sky with new eyes, no longer seeing just distant points of light, but a potential neighbor. Of course, with widespread fascination came widespread panic and misinformation. Sensationalist headlines screamed of imminent alien invasions. In the face of global pandemonium and intense public pressure, the scientific community did what it does best. It focused on the work. The world's largest radio telescopes, from the Atacama Large Millimeter Array in Chile to the 500-meter Aperture Spherical Telescope in China, were all pointed towards Proxima Centauri. The search was now a global, coordinated effort. They were no longer just listening. They were hunting for a ghost. The primary objective was to detect the signal again. A one-time event, no matter how intriguing, just can't be considered conclusive proof of anything. It could still be a fluke, a one-in-a-billion statistical anomaly. To be considered real, the signal had to be repeatable. It had to be observed by different teams, using different instruments in different locations. So for weeks, the telescopes listened, collecting an unprecedented amount of data from our nearest stellar neighbor, just hoping to hear that faint whisper once more. Days turned into weeks, and the silence from Proxima Centauri was deafening. The signal did not return. The initial excitement began to fade, replaced by a more sober and patient resolve. The mystery of BLC-1 was not going to be solved overnight. Ultimately, whether the signal from Proxima B turns out to be a message from another civilization or an incredibly rare natural phenomenon, its discovery has already taught us something profound. It has held up a mirror to humanity. It has shown us who we are when confronted with the vastness of the unknown. We saw our capacity for wonder and our tendency towards fear. We saw our ability to unite in a shared moment of awe and our vulnerability to division and misinformation. This event really underscores the fundamental importance of the scientific search. The quest to understand the universe is not just about collecting facts or discovering new technologies. It is about expanding our perspective. Every time we point a telescope to the sky, we learn more about our own place in the cosmos. We are reminded of how small and precious our world is. Think of the generations that will follow us. They will grow up in a world where Proxima B is not just a star, but a place of possibility. This will fuel their curiosity, inspire them to become the scientists, engineers, and explorers of the future. The legacy of BLC-1 is not just the data it produced, but the inspiration it provides. It is a catalyst for imagination. The story of the Proxima B signal is a powerful reminder that our exploration of the cosmos has only just begun. We are like children standing at the shore of a vast ocean. We have learned so much, yet there is infinitely more to discover. Every new piece of data, every strange signal, every newly found planet adds another piece to the magnificent puzzle of existence. The universe is constantly speaking to us in the language of light and gravity, and our job is to learn how to listen more carefully. This is a journey we are all on together. I invite you to stay curious. Look up at the night sky and allow yourself to wonder. Think about the immense distances and the incredible possibilities that lie hidden in the darkness. The search for knowledge is a deeply human endeavor, one that connects us to our ancestors who first charted the stars and to the future generations who will travel to them. By supporting the scientific quest for answers, we are investing in the very best parts of ourselves, our intellect, our imagination, and our unyielding hope for a future filled with discovery. The whisper from Proxima B, whether it was a call from another world or a trick of the cosmos, has awakened us to the possibilities. Now we must continue the search. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the cosmos. The story of our universe is constantly being written, and new chapters are unfolding every single day. If you wish to continue this exploration with us, then I encourage you to follow along. Please like and subscribe to Cosmic Discover. The conversation is far from over. Stay with us as we continue to listen to the whispers of the void.